Hi there guys, I'm going to try and keep this video quite brief. We have some good fights in the UK this weekend, and the one I'm really looking forward to is Anthony Crolla going up against John Murray. Now this has the recipe to be an all-out war. You've got two guys who are constantly in wars, in battles, you know, fully exciting fighters, brilliant to watch. Both quite square fighters. You know, we're not going to see any slick boxing in this fight. We're going to see guys who are quite square on, and they like to just beat the pulp out of each other, and that makes an exciting fight. I'm siding with John Murray for this fight. I'm actually going to go with him by a late stoppage, maybe like a round 9 stoppage. The thing is, I see him as a slight level above Anthony Crolla. You know, I'd say if either of these guys is going to maybe push for another chance at a world stage, it would be John Murray. He's been there before, losing to Rios. The thing with Murray is that I think he has the power advantage in this fight over Crolla. I think that if you're going to see two guys get into a war, and the guy with the more power is going to pull through, in my opinion. And I think that guy in this case is John Murray. You know, the thing is, if you're watching, you know, you're watching me say this, I regularly get Anthony Crolla fights wrong. Okay, whether I picked him or whether I've not picked him, it seems to go the opposite way. Okay, so just bear that in mind. He's one of these fighters I just can't pin down, Crolla. You know, he's a guy I respect, a fighter I respect, but a fighter I don't necessarily rate that highly. And I see flaws in his game, and I see how his opponents can exploit it, but then they don't, or they underperform, and then it doesn't work out. And to his credit, he surprises me, and he comes out and he just outperforms, and he gets a win. Or if I pick him, he underperforms, and then, you know, I get it wrong again. So, you know, however, in this fight, I'm expecting John Murray to win, and I'm expecting him, if not stoppage, by decision. You know, Murray had a really good run leading up to his, you know, world shot. Okay, he lost to Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell put on a brilliant a show of boxing in that fight. But even then, you know, he gave Mitchell a run for his money. And I think that Murray is just, you know, he's quite a big guy, as is Crolla actually, in my opinion. So both quite sizable guys in this, should make for an even better fight. But they're my brief thoughts on this fight. That's as basic as I'm going to keep it. I don't think it's going to come down to any boxing intricacies in this fight. I think it's going to come down to two guys having a slugfest, having a war. The guy with more power is going to come out on top, whether it be by catching the other guy late, or by, you know, getting the majority of hurtful blows in, and the majority of maybe gets knockdowns during the fight and gets a decision. In that case, in this case, I believe that guy who's going to win this fight is John Murray. So enjoy the fight, guys. That's all I can say. You know, it's really not about the call. I'd rather just make this video to promote this fight. I think it's brilliant, and I think, you know, I look back to John Murray's last fight, and they were talking about a possible fight with Crolla, and it was mouth-watering then, and it's nice to see that it's happened pretty sharpish. So it's good for British boxing. It's good for boxing in general. Enjoy the fight, guys. This is Boxbred. I'm out.